One of the most popular videos on this channel is us breaking down the differences between ISO 27001, 27002, and 27701. And since we've covered ISO 27001 before, we figured it was time to understand more about its younger brother, ISO 27002. So we're going to cover what ISO 27002 is, how it works with ISO 27001, what are its benefits. ISO 27002 comes from ISO's 27000 series, a set of standards focused on information security. The series provides best practice recommendations on a variety of subjects, including, but not limited to, privacy, confidentiality, and cybersecurity. There's more than 50 different standards under this family, and ISO 27002 is one of them. ISO 27002 provides a reference set of information security, cybersecurity, and privacy protection controls, including implementation guidance based on internationally recognized best practices. And there's no direct certification that you can get for ISO 27002, but that's where ISO 27001 kicks in. The best way to understand ISO 27002 is to consider it a supporting document for its more popular brother, ISO 27001. ISO 27001 helps companies build, maintain, and improve their ISMSs, or information security management systems. But the ISO 27001 document doesn't provide detailed guidelines on how to implement these controls. Instead, those guidelines are stored in ISO 27002. Let's consider an example: how to protect your office space. ISO 27001 simply states, secure areas shall be protected by appropriate entry controls and access points. Seems simple enough? ISO 27002 though takes that same control and adds over 11 different guidelines around it. In fact, the physical entry control that is just one line in ISO 27001 is nearly 2 pages long in ISO 27002. And that's true of the document at large. ISO 27001 is 26 pages long. ISO 27002, 164. So, in summary, ISO 27001 tells you what to do to keep your organization secure. ISO 27002 tells you how to go about doing that. But what are the advantages of the ISO 27002 framework? Extra clarity is definitely the first advantage of ISO 27002. Compliance is tricky at the best of times, but trying to get ISO 27001 compliant with little to no guidance can flummox even the best. ISO 27002 helps clarify a lot of the controls you'll need during your compliance journey. Second, achieving best practices in information security management. Because ISO 27001 controls are not prescriptive in nature, sometimes there can be a lot left up to interpretation. Using ISO 27002, however, broadens your horizons on what you can do in order to protect both internal and external data you use, making you a more secure organization overall. Finally, efficiency. Not only does ISO 27002 make compliance easier and quicker for companies who are already in the process of getting compliant, it also makes the ISO 27001 standard more accessible to companies considering getting compliant sometime down the road. So, how do you start the implementation process? If you're watching this video, you're realistically in one of two camps. You're either in the process of getting ISO 27001 certification or recertification, or you're considering it sometime down the road. Either way, Sprinto is here to help. First off, there's a free downloadable ISO 27001 2022 checklist in the description in the comments below. Second, if you're looking to turbocharge your ISO 27001 experience, try Sprinto. By digitizing and automating the compliance process, Sprinto helps companies get ISO 27001 compliant faster and more effectively, and empowers them to stay that way too, year-round, instead of just doing an audit cycle. Companies just like yours that get ISO 27001 compliant with Sprinto save up to 80% of their cost, time, and effort during the compliance process. Learn more by visiting sprinto.com or by booking a demo with our ISO 27001 experts from the link in the description below. If you found this video useful, remember to like and subscribe, or rather, share the video with somebody that you know would find it useful too. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We'll get back to you as soon as possible.